SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. Yes, sir. I think we back on YouTube. YouTube should be good. Let me watch my mouth now. Last thing, my tread, Big J, back, Kalki Avatar. He'll be noticed by his aura, right? People will know that it's him by his aura alone, right? Be very brilliant, intense light, right? Those that are sent will be able to clairvoyantly see his aura. You know, even people that can't really see energy, they'll be able to see that, oh, okay, yeah, that really might be him because, oh, yeah, I ain't never seen this around anybody else's head body, right? All right. All right, who knows? Let's see, right? SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. If you're physically around him, it might feel like your aura is so strong, it might feel like you're being pushed back from him and pulled towards him at the same time. You'll be and you'll be feeling very bliss. It's gonna be a weird. All right, I'm just excited. I'm saying too much, family. You'll be pushed and pulled, or so strong and magnetic, right? You'll be getting pushed and pulled at the same time, right? I experienced it. You see his eyes, his eyes, his eyes. So his eyes, family, his eyes. Right. I know we like to think he looks a certain way. Oh, well, you know, nah, his eyes, me, it looks like blue ocean. You just get lost in them. Like me, it just feels like, oh, you know, it. First thing you notice is the love. Like, damn, kind of. For me, I feel, you know. All right, it's enough. That's just me, family. All right, I get excited. All right, let's get it. Heard about that, San Jolie? Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get it. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. Once again, if you're new, I've healed hundreds of cases, broken bones, STDs, fibroids, hemorrhoids, tumors, hearing loss. I got somebody like 20-40% of their hearing back. Yeah, all kinds of stuff, family. Check my pin videos and my playlist videos. You can also see the first time I got this healing on camera. Thank you so much, Mary. Mary Woods with the gifts, with the donation. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Thank you for all the gifts. Love y'all so much, family. We about to make a lot of money in 2026, right? We're going to turn up, right? All right. So, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, check my pin videos and my playlist videos. Yeah, first time I got this healing on camera. My friend's mom had a sprained ankle. She called me over. She knew what I was doing, right? It was my spiritual mama, right? My friend's mom, right? She was like, "Hey, can you come try your thing?" I was like, "Bet," right? Boom, boom, boom. Started doing healing. After 5 minutes, she was like, "Hey, I feel a burst of energy shoot up my leg." And then she was like, after 10 minutes, she was like, "Hey, the pain's gone." Right. And then I intuitively had felt a little area where I was like, "Hey, okay, I'm noticing something over here." Right. I was like, "Hey, you experiencing any pain over here? This ain't even a leg I'm supposed to be working on." Right. It was the whole opposite leg. She was like, "Yeah, it is. This part been hurting right here since I've been having to compensate for my other leg." I was like, "Oh, damn. Okay, cool." I was, intuitively right, clairvoyantly right. I was like, "Oh, okay, boom." My scanning was right. I was excited. Yes, yes, sir. Right. Like I said, anybody can, once you start doing pranic healing, doing a lot of twin arts meditation, once you get into the energy world and you got a whole lot of energy flowing through you all the time, whether it's through healing or whether it's through meditation, right? Same thing. Energy's flowing through you. So your chakras getting clean, 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 big, big, big. These powers and abilities activate, right? When I'm doing healing sessions, right? Here's how it works for me, family. I don't just walk around seeing energy. No, I ain't going, no, I'm not that advanced, right? When I'm doing healing, I scan, boom. I'm always scanning with my hands, right? We're chronic healers, we're practical, we're efficient, right? Masters and the teachers, right? Grandmaster Choco Sui scans with his hands too. Hey, we don't got time to be tapping it, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's just a couple seconds, right? You know what I mean? Okay, to clairvoyantly see, I got to be in a certain state, certain vibration, whatever. Boom. Hey, the time I spend trying to clairvoyantly tap in and see where this disease energy is, I could have scanned it with my hand and removed it already, right? Even advanced healers, right? Chronic healers, they ain't trying to, oh, okay, let me see where it's at. Oh, no, hey, boom. Oh, there it is. Yep. Mm, 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 mm. Meanwhile, the other person is like, oh, let me tap in. Um, Trying to, no, we ain't got time for that, right? So, efficiency. So, when I'm doing healing, though, if I'm like, 2, 3 sessions in, right? Probably an hour or two over time, right? I'm scanning and stuff. Then I'll start to clairvoyantly see, right? The outlines of the chakras, right? Different colors and all that stuff. It'll start to, right? I'll start to scan and I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of see it now, right? So it starts to just happen over time once I get into a certain state of, relaxation and stillness and meditation or whatever, right? Once the energy starts flowing. So that's that's how it works for me. I'm just giving you the behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And then sometimes y'all, ask me to look for certain stuff, whatever, then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna intuitively try to, purposely tap in and, check out what you asked me to see. But that's the only time I don't go, trying to, I don't go, oh, okay, there's looking at your chakras or whatever. No, if I see them, I see them, you know what I mean? And that usually happens when I'm, I do a lot of healing sessions. So once I'm like 2, 3 sessions in, right, I'll start to see your chakras, right? It's not like I'm seeing it like high res HDs, and it's really just like the colors and outline, right? It's a little blurry. It's just, I can see the outline of it, and all that to say the energy's just flowing. I'm not trying. So if I tried, and tapped in, right, I could, you know what I mean? And right. So that's all cool, but as far as healing, I don't, that's not what I need to do. Only, so if you ask me, hey, can you check this out, whatever, so if I see stuff, I see stuff. If I don't, I don't. Right? Chronic healers, we just be scanning with our hands. We just got to get rid of that dirty, diseased energy. You don't need to see it. If you, you can scan real good. You can feel it with your hands real easy. So, boom. Right? You don't need use more powers than you need to. Right? If I'm clairvoyantly, if I'm at the point where I, have clairvoyant vision, easily turn on and off or whatever, then boom, yeah, okay. Let me try and look at your chakra. It takes me 1 second to open up my forehead chakra and look with my clairvoyant vision. Right now it takes me a little while, right? Probably like an hour or two of healing and meditation before I start seeing stuff. So that's how it is for me, right? That's just me. I'm not gonna lie to you and act like I'm just see, oh yeah, what's this? Oh, I'm just seeing everything. Oh, your past lives in nah. right? If I'm doing healing, boom. Sometimes I might see, I didn't saw somebody's, past life before, whatever. But what happens, happens. You know what I mean? So all that to say, we just scan with our hands. All right. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. That's what my crystals look like, right? I think they're pretty pretty, right? Got my corkscrew technique, corkscrew style. That's what somebody called it. Yeah, I encourage y'all to have amethyst and rose quartz on your person, right? If you can, right? Some amethyst rose quartz keep your energy protected, right? Like I said, that amethyst coats your aura in violet light, right? When negative energy's coming at you, those reddish, grayish darts of energy of somebody being negative, shooting stuff at you, boom. It disintegrates on contact once it hits that violet light in your aura. So that's why I try to have y'all keep some amethyst on you or some rose quartz. Rose quartz transmutes it. That negative energy will hit that rose quartz, that pink energy, boom, and it'll transmute that dirty, reddish, grayish energy into pink energy. Boom. Those are different ways it just, gets rid of that energy, right? Pink transmutes it, right? That love energy. Love is transformative, transmutive, right? It's like somebody coming to punch you and you just like, I love you. You're like, I hate you. And then you're like, I love you. And you just like, give him a big old hug. And you're like, you're right. I'm tripping. And now you didn't see that's transmutation of energy. You transmuted their energy. You turned that angry person. He's about to punch you. And you just said, I love you, man. I know why you're doing this. You had it tough growing up, didn't you, man? I understand. You want to punch me in my face. I would too. What? You're right, man. I wasn't wrapped too tight. I never knew my father. Right. Big old hug, right? Transmutive, right? Transmutes that energy. So pink energy from that rose quartz. So have some rose quartz on you or some violet light, right? Me, myself, I roll around with kind of both. I just don't have the rose quartz on here now because I be needing that love energy, right? Because I got a, what I'm saying, a little hardcore, little angry background, right? And people always be looking at me like I was a rebel child, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, nah, just growing up, my background was, my parents was from Cleveland, Ohio. That was like the number 4 poorest city in the country at one point in like the 2000s, right? They're from the hood. My dad had been in more fights than probably hundreds. My dad beat up Mike Tyson's bodyguard. So how many fights he's been in, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to reveal too much, but yeah, my grandfather, right? Grandfather used to work for Don King, right? Used to be a boxer, you know what I'm saying? My family had the hands, you know what I'm saying? So my dad beat up a lot of dudes, right? You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of fights. I only know about 2 that he lost. You know what I mean? Hard dude, humble beginnings, right? Not a punk. Ain't nobody in my family a punk. So that, you know what I'm saying? So that that's the energy, that's background of my family lineage. You know what I'm saying? So you could use your imagination. You know what I mean? So yeah, could use a little more love. That's why I keep the rose quartz on me. Hey, B Soul, chill out. All right. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. You're already rich. Visualize it now. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. Have a good one, family. Happy New Year. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. Oh, again, Mary God, Mary Woods, sorry. You the best. Thank you so much for the gifts and the donations, y'all. Y'all are amazing. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, Excuse me. Sorry. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. When you go to sleep tonight, ask your guides to heal you. Ask your Sat Guru to heal you, right? Your spiritual guide, your guardian angel, right? God. Ask to be healed. Sometimes it's as simple as that, right? You can even test this out, right? Be a spiritual scientist. Keep a sleep log, sleep journal. Do this, and then wake up in the morning, write down how you feel, right? How your day went, right? And the days you don't do it right, you might notice a pattern. Hey, every time I ask my teachers, my guys, God heal me at night, right? I wake up feeling right. Just see what happens, family. Why not? Worth a try. Because these higher beings, how they operate is they're here to help us, but they cannot intervene with because you have free will. So they can't just hop in and save the day like superheroes. You got to ask for help first, right? That's their job. They want to help you. But systematically, how it works is you got to ask first, right? I don't heal anybody unless they ask first. Somehow, some way, I've got their permission, right? So, boom. That's how it works, family. So, see what happens. Do a little experiment. Hey, God. Hey, Archangel Michael. Hey, whoever you know what I'm saying? Higher beings, can you heal me tonight? Boom. See what happens. I'm gonna make a little technique on how y'all can heal yourselves with crystals as well. Nice. Yeah, so thing you can do. Here's what I be doing sometimes, right? I used to do this before I knew about pranic healing. I would take a selenite crystal. I had back issues, right? All this, years of football, right? And playing sports, cracking heads since I was like 8, 9 years old or whatever. So back problems, my spine. I used to sleep. I used to put have a long little selenite, little wand. Selenite really helped that back pain, right? Selenite is really healing, right? I only use quartz crystal right now. Now clear quartz, right? That's what we use in pranic healing. But before I was a pranic healer, yeah, that selenite would work wonders. So yeah, that's just throwing that out there, selenite. But take some clear quartz crystals, some clear quartz, or some amethyst, or some rose quartz, and lay down and put them on your chakras, right? I used to do this all the time. Sleep with crystals under my pillow. Sometimes I sleep with them in my hands. I put them on. Sometimes I sleep with them on my, sleep on top of them on my back, my spine, right? See how you wake up, see how you feel, right? Yeah, crystals. Program them though. Program. I got to make a video so I can tell you exactly how to do this. But here's pretty much how you'll do that. You tell these crystals, right? Because they're conscious. They have consciousness. They can listen to you, right? This boy been with me for years, right? One of my day ones, right? I don't know if you can see, feel the energy, but hey, big dog, let us do to death, all right? He done been through so many healing sessions. A lot of you guys, right, done got healed by him, right? This is more new. I got this because this is more sharper. I'm trying to, the more it comes to a point, the more focused the energy is. It comes out like a laser, you know? A blunt tip is coming out more widespread. It's coming out like this. It's coming out more fatter, thicker, you know what I'm saying? Like that. With this, it's coming out more so like a laser, like it's more pointed, right? You know what I'm saying? And then everything is, intention as well. So if I want to say, hey, blast this energy out like a laser, that's what it's going to do. But naturally, the more sharper the tip, the more it comes to a point. That's what it's already doing. So you use those for like doing surgery, right? When I got to get in there and dissect some energy out and right, it's some stubborn energy, and I got to get in the exact area, boom, 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 right? The snub tip, the more generalized, more for general healing. The energy spreads out. It's like a broom, and this is like a needle, right? So, but take some crystals, program them. They can hear you. They take commands. Crystals have consciousness, but they can't. They don't have like free will. They can't make decisions. They don't project energy. They just can take energy, right? They can take commands. So they'll listen to you, and they won't talk back, right? You can do the same thing, right, to a person or a plant, right? But they can not do what you say. These crystals are always going to do what you say because they don't have their own type of, It's limited consciousness. They can't, make them type of decisions, right? You and I have, right? They don't have free will. You and I have free will, even plants and animals. You can tell your plant, hey, grow, grow, grow. But if he's over here like, yeah, I don't really like you. You've been mean to me. And it'll still wither and die, even though you're telling, hey, you're happy, you're healthy, you're happy, you're healthy. He's like, I don't know. You didn't give me enough sun. He cannot do what you say, right? A person, that's very easy. I can tell you, hey, do 20 hours meditation. It'll make you rich. Do SHREEM BRZEE every day. It'll make you rich, right? I mean, it's for millionaires, right? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, do this, right? You have the free will to say no, be so. This crystal don't. So, how we program them is we say extract, absorb, disintegrate, and expel all dirty, diseased energy in my body. That phrase exactly. Go to my YouTube. It records these live streams. It's at 25 minutes right now, right? Go to my YouTube so you can hear exactly the sequence on what you say. You need to extract, absorb, disintegrate, and expel. So when you say extract, now it's pulling the dirty disease out of your body, diseased energy out of your body. You need to say extract all dirty diseased energy, right? We're saying that. We're not just saying extract energy from my body. Now it'll start pulling clean energy out your body. Right? Extract, absorb, disintegrate, and expel all dirty diseased energy from my body. From my body, not from my girlfriend's body. Don't start pulling energy from her, right? And or don't just say extract, absorb, disintegrate, and expel all dirty diseased energy. You didn't say your body. Now it'll start pulling dirty diseased energy from the room, maybe from the entire house, as far as the range can go, right? No, these crystals, you need to be direct with them, right? You need to be, uh, you know, precise on what you tell them, because they will do exactly just that. So say extract, absorb, disintegrate, and expel. Because if you don't say all four of those things, right, it might extract the energy and then boom, it then pulled the negative energy out your body, and you didn't say absorb, disintegrate, and expel. So now it's the energy just out of you, but it's just nice in your room, floating around. And then you walk back into it, it's going to eventually go back into your aura. So you say extract, absorb. So now this crystal then pulled the dirty energy out of your body, and now you say absorb. So now it absorbs it. Well, you don't want this crystal just having all this loaded dirty energy with it, because you might not cleanse it. So you can say disintegrate. Now all that energy it just captured, now it's disintegrating it. Boom. All right, the energy is disintegrated. It's still floating around. It's still around the crystal, right? It's just broken up. Then that's when you say finally the fourth one, expel. Now, boom, it expels this back into the universe, right? To be redistributed. Now it just turns back into regular prana to be reused and redistributed. And you know what I'm saying? The cycle continues because this energy can't be created or destroyed. We just can break it up, remove it, remove the parts, turn this dirty disease, negative energy, break it up, disintegrate it. Now it's just energy, right? Boom, it goes back, yada, yada, yada. So extract, absorb, disintegrate, and expel all dirty diseased energy from my body while I sleep. You know what I mean? So that's one thing you can do. Put the crystals on you, right? Make sure you cleanse them, right? You can run them under cold and hot water, alternated, right? Cold and hot water. Throw your crystals in a bowl of salt water. That's what I do, right? Yeah. Plenty ways, family. Just trying to keep you guys energetically healthy, make you more money, get you healed faster, right? All right. Let's get it. Yeah, use clear quartz or amethyst or rose quartz, preferably clear quartz. Clear quartz, more programmable. All right. And then this is what I use to cleanse my crystals during healing sessions. This is nothing but alcohol, which is an astringent. Astringents disintegrate negative energy, right? They break it up. And then I got the lavender oil in here. Lavender oil for the violet light. If you could see energy, lavender oil, it looks like violet light with maybe like little tinges and sparkles of blue, little blue sparkles of light or whatever. But, violet light coming from lavender oil, right? Whatever color something is, that's most likely the energy it emits. All right, so. All right, family. Sorry, a lot of teaching today. Let's get it. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, clear quartz, amethyst, or rose quartz. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. No, I was just saying I put alcohol in here and lavender oil. This is what we like when I'm doing healing, right? Doing healing on somebody, doing a distant healing session. Boom, I'll spray the crystal with this. That'll remove the dirty, diseased energy that the crystal is absorbing. And then we also, spray our hands, right? So when I'm doing healing on you, all this energy doesn't creep up my hands and eventually stack up, right? How energy works is if you don't do all this, cleansing and keep your hands clean and all that stuff right during healing, eventually that energy runs up your hands, runs up your arms, goes up your arms, up your shoulder, up your spine, right? And settles in the spine, in the back. That's why most of the world has back problems, right? Because you use your hands for everything. You're touching on, right? So we unconsciously stack up a whole bunch of negative energy all day, right? Because we, using our hands or whatever. You got chakras in your hands, so they absorb an energy. All that runs up your arms, runs up your back, right into your spine. So it goes in the spine and it starts settling in the hips, and then it's just wrapped from there, right? And you turn to a statue, can't move. What was that? Who's in there? All right, all that stiffening, got to get all that dirty disease energy out of there. So let's get it. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. Nice. SHREEM, BRZEE. This is lavender oil and alcohol. Lavender oil and alcohol. This is how we keep our hands clean and our crystals clean. All right. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. Love you too, family. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. Nice, nice. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. How I actually protect my throat is with the OM mantra. You guys probably don't see me sip too much water, right? Water actually kind of dries my throat out. It kind of does the opposite of what you would think, right? The OM mantra cleanses. That's what keeps my throat. That's what keeps me able to chant for hours. Honestly, that's really it's that Om mantra. The Om mantra vibrates everything, right? That's what I'm glad you asked because I was gonna tell y'all, hey, you know what I'm saying? You wanna get ready for 2032. If you haven't meditated for real for hours, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Grandmaster Chalk Sui, these are regular people pushing a householder yogi, right? The average person, we're doing average things. We have families and all this stuff. You guys aren't out in the Himalayas, right, in a cave meditating by yourself. You got families and jobs and stuff. That's what they're trying to let you understand. Hey, Twin Arts meditation is 20 minutes. This is a meditation for enlightenment given to you by my teacher, Grandmaster Chalk Sui, who taught him this stuff. Dude that's back, right? Maitreya, right? So, Grandmaster Chalk Sui went to college, right? Philippines. We get out of college, like I said, around 12, 1 o'clock and be meditating until 6. Meditating for 5 hours daily, right? And then he's being monitored by advanced clairvoyance or whatever, because his mentors are instructing him. They're giving, right, they're tapping into his teacher, right? They're saying, hey, this is what your teacher's telling you to do, right? You need to develop Twin Arts meditation, you need to develop pranic healing, and you need to develop arhatic yoga, right? So you can, lead the people back to their souls and all this stuff. Oh, thank you, Saint Jolie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah, regular dude going to college, gets out of class, he comes and sits in meditation for 5 hours. Is developing pranic healing, right? Grandmaster Chalk Sui said if he'd have knew about the Herculean task he had ahead of him, he probably wouldn't have did this stuff. He probably wouldn't have signed up for this job if he knew all the hard work he had ahead of him, right? Having to, teach all these students, write all these books and all this stuff and teach all these, he said, yeah, if I would have known that this is what I had to do for humanity, I wouldn't have did it type deal. You know what I mean? Everyday people. He has, right? That sounds like a negative thought a little bit, right? Dang, I don't know if I'm ready for this, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, family. So did all the work for us, right? These masters realize, hey, you got jobs, you got kids, you got bills, you Twin Arts meditation, secret ancient meditation for enlightenment. Back in the Egyptian mystery schools, right? They synthesized it for you. Grandmaster Chalk so we got guidance from oh boy that's back. Tell him, hey, do this, do that, boom. Hindsight, looking forward now, he probably was like, hey, I'm about to be back. And was what that was 2025 minus 14, right? Hey, I'm about to be back here in 2001. So can you get man, that's crazy. And Grandmaster Chalk Sui left the body in '07, right? So boom. All right, he's like, hey, all right, get back, boom. Work is done. All right, see you later. Handed off the baton, right? So hey, he's probably like, hey, get them doing Twin Hearts meditation. So when I come back, we can get this golden age rocking and going a lot faster. So boom, it all makes sense when you think about it, family. But 20-minute meditation. Back in the day, you used to have to chant and meditate for hours to be able to do what we're doing right here. And these masters know this and understand the temperature of humanity right now and they're trying to look out for you. So it's like, hey, all we got to do is be doing Twin Arts meditation. It's only 20 minutes. Grandmaster Chalk Sui was meditating for 5 hours daily, right? He did all that so you don't have to, family. We are truly blessed. These higher beings really love us because they could just be sitting in higher dimensions, not down here with us, just guiding us, healing us from afar. But they say, hey, I'm going to get down and I'm going to get in the midst and in the trenches with the people. Who would you respect more? Some higher being, some angel that's blessing the earth and you ain't never seen them or whatever. You like, hey, you don't know what it's like to be human. Or one of these pretty much gods in the flesh come down and incarnate and say, hey, I had a family too. I had a job. I had to do this. Grandmaster Chalk Sui, healing paralyzed woman, multi millionaire. He's like, yeah, I got to make money too. I know how to do it. Right. I'm not just sitting in a cave all day, right? He's just like me. We get on YouTube. Okay, I mean, chill. Grandmaster Joe Goksui gets a flat tire just like you do. Funny story. He's like, yeah, I don't know how to change a flat tire. Grandmaster Joe Goksui ain't know how to change a flat tire, right? He's a regular person just like me and you, family, right? He's like, yeah, I'm a miraculous healer, but I know to admit when I don't know something. He's like, no, I don't know how to change that flat tire. You need to call somebody. Yeah, I can make you see the universe by tapping your forehead, but I can't change this tire, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Regular people, family. Let's get it. BRZEE, SHREEM, 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 BRZEE. You got it, family. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. Thank you, April. Love y'all. SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE, SHREEM, BRZEE. The reason I was gonna tell y'all if you never have, when I was in college, right, the equivalent of Grandmaster Chalk Suey, right, meditating for 5 hours after he got out of college, before I even knew my master, before I even knew my teacher, right. Lo and behold, I'm in college, right. This is why I'm like, yeah, they're pushing the householder yogi. My story, I'm like, oh crap, it looks like a lot like Yogananda's. My story looked a lot like, oh, okay, Grandmaster Chalk Suey's, yeah, the householder yogi. Paramahamsa Yogananda, right? Sat in meditation, left his body for the last time. Boom. He gave a whole speech. He said, hey, I'm about to leave my body permanently today. Gave a whole speech, sat in meditation, and then wasn't alive no more. In front of everybody, his whole congregation, all his disciples and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't even know he died publicly in front of everybody to show you, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Called samadhi. This the last time I'm doing samadhi. So what we call it, maha samadhi. Same thing my teacher, right? Right? Boom. You're like, what the body was warm for like weeks, I think. You know what I'm saying? Didn't show any signs of decay for like weeks, probably, or whatever. That's how the yogis and all that advanced, they have lots and lots of spiritual energy. Chakras the size of cities, family. You know what I'm saying? Big chakras, big aura, big spiritual energy. Powerful souls, powerful energy, lots of it, right? So, forgot why I was saying that. But yes, oh, they're average, everyday people, right? Yogananda doing that, but he also was in college, right? We'll get out of college, you know what I'm saying, and go meditate with his master and stuff. And his master is like, "No, you not coming to my hermitage. You're not coming to the ashram to be with me 24/7. You need to go to school." Yogananda's like, "What? I want to just meditate. I want to be an advanced yogi. I want to be a master like you." He's like, "Yeah, okay. You want to do that? Here's a broom. Go clean up that kitchen. Go fix food." He's like, "What? I'm doing everything but meditating here. I want to learn how to be spiritual just like you." He's like, "Okay." It's just like Karate Kid. And he's like, "All right, yeah, take that jacket off and then put it back on. Take that jacket off and put it on, right? You're going to learn that family life is the fastest way you evolve." Householder yogi. He's like, "Hey, handle your earthly duties. Handle your earthly duties. Handle your earthly duties. Handle your earthly." That's why they got to push the householder yogi. That's why I got a wifey in there and we about to have kids. You know what I'm saying? So when people see my story, they're like, "Oh yeah, he had a job too. He had a, he wasn't just out in the jungle chanting SHREEM BRZEE meditating, right?" Because I tried. That's why I know this is important. That these great spiritual beings on the planet make sure they look like me and you, because they'll give you the wrong impression. Because that's what happened to me. I found that I could leave my body and turn my body into light and get up out of this get up out of this physical realm because it's crap here. And I knew where I came from and I was trying to go back. So I was about to drive into the jungle, to the forest, and leave everything behind, which would include my family and friends and all that, right? No, 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 because I had seen somebody do the same thing. I'm like, "Oh, Buddha reincarnated. Oh, he sat in the jungle for like what, like 6 years total, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe like 6 months before he turned his body to light and started, you know what I'm saying, get up out of here or whatever." I think he sat there maybe like 3 years, 6 years, 6 months, something, right? Long time, just sitting in there, meditating. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that," right? So try to, then boom, yeah, you're gonna learn that these angelic beings are real and all this stuff, right? My body froze up. I told you I couldn't turn the steering wheel, right? Because I'm like, "Oh no, I got the wrong impression." I figured out who Babaji was. I'm like, "Oh, there's immortal beings on this planet, and they do all this great things, and have these all great feats just from meditation." So I was like, "Oh, I'm about to meditate for the rest of my life. Screw humanity." No, that was incorrect thinking. I wouldn't be in front of you today teaching you these things and helping other souls out if I would have did that. I'd have been somewhere being selfish, achieving, you know what I'm saying, all these spiritual things or whatever, thinking I'm evolving, but not, right? You turning your back on humanity, those people out in the caves in the Himalayas, right? They're healing from humanity from afar. That's great, right? But they're not evolving as fast as the people like Grandmaster Chalkok Sui and the ones putting their feet in the dirt amongst the people and walking around and intermingling and helping the people directly, right? You don't get as many spiritual points as actually incarnating and getting in the trenches with the regular citizens, right? So, anyways, that's what they're teaching us, right? Family life first. I take me going to get my girlfriend some food and, taking her out and having a good time and giving my parents, you know what I'm saying, some good Christmas presents or whatever. And I take that just as seriously as I take a distant healing session. Nah, nah. All right, I gotta get off this live stream. My, girlfriend hungry, or hey, my dad needs something from the store. Hey, I gotta go do this for him or her. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I help. That's why I call y'all family, because I'm here to serve, right? Whenever I start doing stuff for myself, I get sick because that's not what I'm here for. So me doing anything but healing and chanting SHREEM BRZEE is against my mission, right? That's be soul trying to nope. Somewhere in there, me doing my own thing is gonna stack up some negative karma. That's why I start feeling bad, thinking I got acid reflux. No, this ain't no acid reflux. This is, hey, you ain't got no more time to generate negative karma. You're a healer. You came here, you're supposed to be spreading my teachings and healing the people, getting them ready for 2032, the golden age. What you doing over here just trying to eat a pork sandwich? Be so, hey, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Just sit around all day and not make no videos, not help humanity. Why you know it's all about you, huh? That's when you stop seeing the higher beings and hearing them, right? They're like, all right, it's about you now. Bet I won't help you. That's when it's scary. It feels cold. It feels dark. It feels like a void. You stop seeing and hearing the masters. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, you got used to this, didn't you? You forgot, hey, we put in work. If you don't want to work for us, that's fine. But you're free to suffer, right? There's no suffering when you're working for God and higher beings, right? No suffering. I mean, every day is like a miracle to me. It was just a dream of reality. So long as I'm working. When I'm not, that's when regular life starts creeping back in, right? Problems start coming up. Hey, nah, I don't get sick. Hey, I don't have problems. Hey, what's this stuff? Something's wrong. I'm doing something wrong, right? So, all right, family. Just a heads up, you guys are advanced souls out there, so you might experience the same. All right, just a warning. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. Nice, nice. I like that. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. Yes, red ink, red ink. SHREEM, BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, BRZEE. BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE. SHREEM, BRZEE. Yes, this is a very powerful live stream. Saying Jolie was right indeed, right? Noticing stuff. So, once again, family, I'm a pranic healer. If you're new, I was blessed to have Grandmaster Chalk Sui as my teacher, the founder of pranic healing. I discovered him in a video online doing pranic healing on a paralyzed woman, right? He was standing about 10 feet away from her. After 10 minutes of healing, she got up out of her wheelchair, never used it again. He said, anybody can do this. Just get my book, take my class. I got his book, read it cover to cover. Soon after that, I was healing cancer patients myself, family. I got to the point where I could heal my girlfriend's period cramps without her even being in the room with me, right? 10, 15 minutes of pranic healing, boom, cramps gone. She ain't even in front of me no more, right? I got good at distant healing. So that's when I opened up my practice to the world. Started doing healing full time on the public, right? Doing distant healing sessions. I'm just picturing my clients in front of me. Boom, boom, boom. You guys are spiritual. You know that energy defies time and space. So you can get healed wherever you're at in the universe. So that's what I got good at. You can see an example of how my distant healing sessions work in my healings testimonials playlist, right? That patient with the rare form of cancer, I do my sessions at night while you sleep, while the body's more receptive to energy. I don't do video sessions, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? I work on too many clients, right? Definitely at this point to, even have enough storage to record all these videos or, even make a video of it and send it to you or, so if you want me to interact with me on video, right, you can book a consultation and we can do that, And if you want me to heal you, through but I don't do it through the videos and through the consultations, right? It's real, I got, a lot of stuff I do or whatever that, so, right, we both don't need to be on camera. A lot of times that's cool and all, but only thing being on camera, just helps is it verifies that, hey, I actually worked on you. Well, my business is built on results, right? I built my business on producing results. So, right, that's where you guys meet me halfway. And I really love you guys, every single one of you that booked a session, because you trust me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on video tell you just, you know what I'm saying? You wake up feeling better, you notice the effects, you know what I mean? So, I'm fortunate to have you guys as clients, you know what I mean? So, But yeah, we don't need to be on camera a lot of times. I've done that before, right? Right, that makes both of us nervous. I'm over here like, hey, you watching everything I'm doing, something, you know what I mean? I don't know, you might have the wrong impression. Oh, I didn't, it probably is a lot simpler than you might expect or something. Who knows or whatever. But there's no reason. Right now, I might be a little nervous, you might be a little nervous, right? That's all affecting the energy, right? When you go to sleep, your energy is wide open. It's perfect for healing. So that's what I do. I get the best results that way. So yeah, you can see an example with the patient with the rare form of cancer. She goes to sleep, wakes up in the morning. She texts me, hey, my pain's gone. I'm like, great. That's how it works. That's what's supposed to happen. She was so excited that I, healed her. She was having stomach issues as well. That's what the cancer was affecting as well, right? She got her appetite back. Her family was happy because she was eating again. You know what I'm saying? Her mom got excited, booked a session with me too. Mom had insomnia. After the session, she was like, hey, this is the best sleep I got in a long time, right? All distant healing sessions, right? Even if you book it, even if I'm working on somebody in person, right? This is pranic healing. It's a no-touch healing system. So whether you're sitting across from me in my, and I'm healing you in person, whether I'm over you and I'm 6 inches away, a foot away from you, or whether I'm 2,000 miles away, it's all distance when you think about it. I'm not touching you. So there's a distance between me and you. Energetically, that distance does not matter because energy defies time and space. So a good healer can make a distant healing session just as powerful as an in-person session, right? Now it is a little easier, right? In person, because you right in front of me. I'm like, wherever I'm waving my hand, that's where the energy is affecting. Distant healing, I gotta say, hey, I'm picturing your hip bone right here. Oh, I'm picturing your left cloaca or your right clavicle, or you know what I'm saying. I'm picturing your left elbow, right? I got to bring that up in front of me, and you know what I'm saying. So it takes a little more skill, but anybody can do it, right? It's not hard to do, family. Like I said, if you want to learn pranic healing, the book is called Miracles to Pranic Healing. And if you want to become a certified pranic healer, just Google Pranic Healing Level 1 course near me. All right. And once again, all my stuff is still on sale, half off with that discount code SOUL. You can get all 7 of my healing series for $2.50 a piece with that discount code. And I just helped somebody become a millionaire 2 months ago. He got access to all 7 of my healing series on my Patreon. They're on there for $5 a month. That's what he did. Started trading crypto after that. Was doing SHREEM BRZEEs in between trades. Boom, 3 weeks later, $1 million, right? So I can say that my healing series created a millionaire finally. Yes, sir. Me, myself, I made over 40 grand from TikTok alone, right? Have other sources of income as well. So we're prosperous around here, family. We know a thing or two about making money. So if you need that extra help, all my healing series on sale right now. Prosperity Healing Series also helps somebody else, right? They got it. Next day, 19K. Put a down payment on a house. Another person got it. A week later, 11K. Another person was homeless. Got my Prosperity Healing Series. 2 months later, new job, new apartment. Also got the Money Manifestation Boot Camp, right? People were asking me, hey, what exactly did you do to make all that money from TikTok? And how do you know what I'm saying? Money Manifestation Boot Camp is the blueprint. I give you a schedule of all the stuff that I was doing to make all that money, pretty much the blueprint on how I pay my bills. Money Boot Camp. Clairvoyance Healing Series, Genie Series, right? Technique used by millionaires. 11 Chakra Healing Series, Business Healing Series, Anxiety and Depression Healing Series. That's free. Always is, always will be. Yeah. All of them on sale, half off with that discount code SOUL. Everything on my website, half off. SOUL, all capital letters, family. Got crystals, consultations, distant healing sessions as well. All right, let's get it. And you can see all the people I've already helped make a lot of money, right? In my Prosperity Healing Series playlist, right? Helped over 5,000 people with those 2 programs alone, right? The Money Manifestation Bootcamp and the Prosperity Healing Series. So you can see all the testimonials in the Prosperity Healing Series playlist. All right, let's get it. SHREEM BRZEE, 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 SHREEM, 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 BRZEE. All right, family. Feel like I go all day, but yeah, I need to hop off here and go grab some food. Try to hop back on. Got a lot of energy. Yes, sir. Powerful session. Like I said, we got full supermoon coming up on January 2nd. So we're starting a new year with a full supermoon. Powerful energy, family. Yes, sir. St. Jolie, you was right? Charged up. All right, family. Once again, take advantage of that holiday sale, right? It ends on the 1st, right? It ends on New Year's. So everything 50% off, right? Get it while it's hot. All right, family. See you guys in the next one. Love y'all so much. Peace.